Hey, bruh, we live?
We live. Hey, welcome to 100 Yards of Football and tonight's our legend segment. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got a true legend on with us tonight. My boy, former teammate, 12-year NFL vet, one of the best corners that ever played the game. Got a couple Super Bowls. Not a couple, got 3 Super Bowl rings. Let me get don't get it twisted. Get it right. Tim McKyer, welcome to the show. T Mike, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, my brother. Hey, and happy to be on your show. Wish you success. If you ever need me to come in, break some stuff down with you, I'm your guy.
Well, absolutely. We need to do that in the future because, you know, one of the things that we talk about, I know, and one of the things that I'm concerned about when I watch the game today is a cornerback play.
Always.
And when I look at it, T-Mac, I just don't see the fundamentals like we used to have.
So disappointing.
It's disappointing. But anyway, we'll get to that, man. So listen, man. Hey, man, welcome to the show. Man, I've been having you on my list forever. I said, man, I got to catch up with T-Mac. I got to get him on. Now, let's talk about this. I mean, you're from Texas, right?
Right.
You were born in Orlando. I found out you were born in Florida.
I'm a native Floridian.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
My mama following her sister to Texas.
So now I understand some things.
Yeah, them kind of skills not being from Florida.
Okay, now it's all coming together, Doc. It's all coming together. But yet still, the state of Texas is a great state for the game of football.
No doubt.
So you didn't miss a beat. I mean, you didn't miss a beat. You know, Texas, California, Florida, and Texas, man. You don't get any better than that 3 states when it comes to football talent. You know, and I believe because the weather is so warm.
And we Southern boys, we chase cows and pick up pigs.
Chase cows and pick up all that stuff. Chase rabbits down there where I come from.
That's what I heard.
Oh yeah, out there in the Belgrade, that's what they do.
That's right.
And so yeah, man. So man, I'm glad to have you on. Now you were drafted in the 3rd round in 1986.
Yeah.
So it hit me today, 1986. That was my 6th year in the league.
Hey.
I'm old, man. You know, I was old when you came to Atlanta.
No, not the way you was holding that slot corner down.
Hey, listen, man. When you came to the league, I was in my 6th year, and I remember this. I remember this well because we were undefeated in Atlanta. The 6th game of the year, we played the 49ers in Atlanta, and we tied that game. And I broke my leg that day and was out for the rest of the season.
Uh-oh.
I'll never forget that. And then you and your partner on the other side, the rookie, Don Griffin, came in, and y'all were a pair to come into the league and put everybody on notice. There's 2 young bucks out here. They're not playing.
Y'all was to prove it.
Y'all was for real. And you said a lot, T-Mac, because one of the things, you know, it's hard enough to be a rookie in the league, number one. To be a starter on a team like that and to go deep in the playoffs, you was tried and tested, and you stood up to everything.
Well, we started the first 2 years. My rookie year, remember the Giants blew us out?
Yeah, I remember that.
9-3. Then the 2nd year, Anthony Carter came in and set records.
Set records. That's right. And
our 3rd year, we finally broke through. The next 2 years.
The next 2 years. Yeah. So y'all came in though. They put y'all in the fire.
They threw us in the fire, baby.
They put y'all in the fire. Now, when you came as a rookie, was Eric Wright still on the team?
Yes, he was, but he was injured. He had this growing that wouldn't let him play.
Oh, okay.
Let him play.
Okay. Because we all came in the same class.
Yeah.
So me.
Oh, you were a rookie with Lott and them.
Me, Ronnie Lott, and Carlton Williamson. We were all in the same class.
That's right. Right.
We all came in the same year.
I remember you getting drafted. I was checking you out.
Yeah.
Big Butler, always with the high white socks. I see.
I'm the high white socks. Well, you know, hey, bro, I can't help it. I'm from Delray. I can't help it, bro. Man, I'll never forget my first preseason game as a rookie. The 10-year veteran who we had, who's all pro in Atlanta, named Ronald Lawrence, was injured.
Never heard of him.
Oh, he was double deuce. Oh, he was good. Hey, listen, I'm starting the Hall of Fame game. It's the first preseason game of the year, right?
Right.
I'm starting against the Cleveland Browns. They got Reggie Rucker playing wide receiver. A dude named Dave Logan, he's about 6'6", playing split end. Ozzie Newsome, Ricky Feature, speed guy, and Brian Sipe throwing the ball.
Right.
Well, I was so scared, man. I was like, man, everybody watching back home. It's the only game on today. It's a Hall of Fame game. But I played well. It was a good introduction. But let's talk about you, man.
Are you surprised?
You came in. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. You know what? It's just like anything. And I know you found this out early, too. You went to a great team. And you dealing with people in practice like Jerry Rice.
John Taylor.
John Taylor. You had some dogs. You had some dogs you dealt with every day. Dwight Clark. Now, was the old man gone then?
Freddie Solomon.
Freddie Solomon, was he still there?
Yeah, he was gone.
He was gone. Okay, yeah. And so, but yet and still, with that right there alone, man, you had some dogs in the room, man.
And when I was a rookie, I might been drafted. You know what? And the fella just folded. And when the line was long, it was like, oh my God, please God. But when Jerry Rice would be the first receiver, got at the front of the line,
right?
I don't care where I was in the line.
Okay.
Sinking.
Wow, I love it, man. I love it.
Like, man, I'm in front of my meal ticket, and man, we had some battle. We had some battle.
Thank you.
They knew I wasn't scared. I didn't back down.
Right.
He got me. I got him.
There you go.
So,
and see, and you knew then that you was dealing with the best guy in the league.
Oh yeah, I knew.
You practiced.
Who these other arms out here?
And see, a lot of people got to understand. See, when you practice against Jerry Rice is the hardest working man in show business.
You got that right.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So people always ask me, who's the greatest? And I tell them, I said Jerry Rice. I say statistically he is, but I never played against a guy who worked that hard in a game. He ran every route like it was a go route.
Every play.
And
we'll block you too.
And we'll block. That's the other thing. See, most receivers ain't gonna do that.
Oh no.
So you came in and you with the 49ers, and at the time, how many Super Bowls had they won? 2 already?
They had one in Detroit, Super Bowl 14 or 15. They beat the Dolphins in Super Bowl 19.
That's right. So they had 2. Yeah, they had 2.
Right.
So man, hey, listen, and I know that was a blessing because you went to the right team day one.
Well, yeah. No, but you know what? No, ain't nobody laid down and let us win.
Oh, that's true now.
Nobody laid down and let us win. But the motivating factor was, guys was like, Ryan and those guys were telling us like, man, if you don't get a ring, you just came and went through the league. That's what they were telling us.
Right.
They were telling me that. They were telling Charles Haley that.
Right.
John Taylor that. Tom Rathman.
Right. Wow.
Steve Wallace.
See, so the ball was high.
Yeah. Man, you got to get a ring. We don't just go to the playoffs. We want to win it all.
We're going to win it all. I love it, man.
Mentality. And you had to come with that. And they kept riding us until we finally broke through.
Wow.
We broke through. And I did the same thing to the Bronco guys.
Wow. Exactly, right? When you got there, right? Because tell me if I'm wrong. Before you got to Denver hadn't won one.
They had been 5.
They lost like 4 or 5. Right. They lost by 4 or 5, right? Wow.
First person I see, Bobby, coming in the facility after they signed me, John Elway.
What?
I looked at him. I say, John, you about to win a championship, huh?
I love it, man.
He kind of looked at me like a dead head. Like,
right.
But I'm bringing the smoke.
Hey, listen.
We got it done.
You know what? You are what you think.
Yup.
As a man thinking, so is he, right?
That's correct.
And so if you don't think that way, bruh, you ain't gonna never get there.
Bruh.
Nothing happened by accident.
Bruh, let me tell you, when I was in training camp my rookie year, all these brothers talking about what they had to have. I gotta have this. I gotta have. I said, hey, I gotta have it. No, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
No,
I like that, bro.
Gonna get it.
I like that, bro. I like that. So you were drafted in the 3rd round in 1986. You were all rookie, your rookie year.
Yeah, I should have been rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year, right? So you were on the all rookie team, right?
I led all rookies with picks. All those corners that were drafted before me.
Yeah.
Were behind.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Right. That's crazy.
There were about 5 or 6 corners drafted before me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But Leslie O'Neal, the defensive tackle from Oklahoma State, you know, you don't forget these things.
Right.
They gave him rookie of the year because he had 9.5 sacks on a 4-12 team.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, dog.
I had 6 picks, 23 passes broken up, and a pick 6.
Wow.
On a playoff team.
On a playoff team. Oh my gosh.
But they gave him rookie of the year.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. You know, sometimes I scratch my head. T-Man, you have to scratch your head sometime, right? You have to scratch your head like, what are they thinking about?
And a lot of these got corners, especially today, that they're hyping up. You know, I'm not begrudging no one getting their money, and I wish mom got busy about 20 years later.
Right. Exactly, right?
Because the money these boys making are life-changing money. But I was like, you know, I'm not gonna swear that because I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is, right? So I think back.
As soon as I start doing that, people say you jealous and this, that, and the other.
Oh, no.
Guys making their money, but their cornerback skills are a little bit to be desired.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was telling a guy earlier today. I was on a different show, a Florida State guy. I said, you know what? I really want to get with coaches today to see why they don't teach guys certain things that we were taught. And number one, the biggest thing with me, T-Mac, is bump and run. We all play bump and run. You saw me play bump and run when I was an old man. And the key to it is putting your hands, you got to put your hands on the guy.
You can't just open the gate. Like,
bruh, that's 7-on-7. That's 1-on-1. Throw the timing of the route off. You don't want the quarterback just to be able to pitch the ball in there like he's throwing, you know, at a batter. Throw the timing off.
And Bobby, they play blind.
They play blind. Exactly.
All in there.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
The ball, dummy. You could have had a pick.
You could have had a pick. So I want to get with a coach, a real coach, and just ask him questions. What are y'all teaching now?
Yeah.
I mean, why? And nobody backpedal. Now, see, these are things. Now, see, these are the things. Now, I want you to hear what I'm about to say. When I used to watch film, right? So when you were with the 49ers, right? I can tell you this right now. I don't think I ever told you this. When you were with the 49ers, we were in the same division, right? So I got a chance to watch you a lot on tape, right? So when you come in, I'm like, oh, this joker here, hey, he got feet. Oh, he can backpedal. He weaving. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He breaking on it. I don't see that, bro. We don't see that no more. And it's an art that's lost.
It is.
I mean, that's how you see it.
Hey, bro. Hey, you old school, and I knew it. I learned from y'all. Right. We had technique. They taught us to backpedal. They taught us to don't let your eyes beat you peeking over there.
Exactly.
Right here.
Right there.
Have that first, then react. No, low. Got to stay low. Got to pat them feet.
You got to be low. You know, I had the guy who coached me in college. His name is Jack Stan. T-Mac, he coached details, right? When I say details, every play he gonna judge you on technique and performance. He gonna grade you every play, and if you ain't low, he gonna give you a minus. All right. If the ball, forget if they throw it at you. You know, if they throw it at you, you gotta perform, knock it down, and intercept it, right? If the ball come your way, you gotta make a tackle. You know, make a tackle, whatever. But if the ball away from you, your performance now is how you run to that football, right? So every little thing, he was coaching every little detail, and so you couldn't do wrong because if you didn't grade right, you're gonna be on that pine. he didn't care who you were.
Wow.
You're going to be on that pie, right?
Right.
And he coached us all the same. And so you have to have respect for a guy like that. So when I came in the league, it was that way. But now I got to be honest with you. I played for coaches. When I first got in Atlanta, Glanville was the defensive coordinator.
Who's the secondary coach?
The Glanville in 81 and 82. I played with Jerry twice. So Jerry was the DB coach and the coordinator in 81, 82, my first 2 years. They got fired. Then the coaches that came in were a little different. They wouldn't push you in the back. They wasn't coaching the details. They wasn't, you didn't have to run to the ball like you had to, right? And then over the years, we came back at the end and Glanville came back, right? And with him, there's a certain thing, right? Sticky. And he gonna blitz 3rd and 99. He gonna call a sticky blitz.
I didn't care if it was 3rd and 99.
Yeah, I mean he was just that way.
3.
But so let's go back. So all right. So when you came in the league, I noticed right away your skill level, how smooth you were. But see, a lot of people don't understand. See, it's on the defensive side of the ball, we have no idea where the offense is going. I mean, we study, we try to, come up with what we think gonna happen on 3rd down, on 1st and 2nd down, but we don't know what they're gonna do when they snap the ball. And so the receiver line up, he knows exactly where he's going. You and I, we're not running forward natural, we backpedaling. So you gotta have skill. And then you gotta be able to react quick enough to get to the ball and make a play. People don't know. They should pay us more right now. Bro, all that we used to do, man, we should get some kind of check now. We had to do all that. So I noticed your talent level as a rookie day one. I said, man, he's really good.
Thank you, bud. Thank you, bud.
He's really good. And then you left Frisco with 2 rings, and you go play for the Dolphins 1 year. Now my homeboy's gonna love this video tonight, because them Dolphin fans down there. In South Florida.
Oh yeah,
they Dolphin fans. And so, but then you played that 1 year, and then you came and joined us in Atlanta, right?
91, back in black.
Back in black. That's right. We went back in black when you came in. That's right. And you came in, and all we was doing was blitzing, right?
Blitz, sticky.
But
they don't know what sticky is, Bob. You got to tell them.
Well, sticky blitz is this. When we talk about sticky blitz, this is what it is. First of all, corners are on the line of scrimmage, bump and run. Every position is on the line. So if you're playing left corner and you look to your right, the safety's in a gap, the linebacker's in a gap. Everybody's got a gap. Ain't nobody back there helping you. Ain't no safeties. Everybody in the stadium know what's getting ready to happen. They know what's going to happen. The quarterback know he coming like, oh, everybody coming. So when you got coaches calling defenses like that, you better be good outside.
Double sync, one take it.
you better be good outside, right, T-Mac?
Sticky.
So we had Tim McKyer playing left corner. We had Dion playing right corner. We had Brian Jordan playing strong safety. And he was a great strong safety.
No doubt.
And then you had Scott Case playing free safety. Now, I don't care where y'all go. There's been a lot of great secondaries. You don't get no better than that. You don't get no better than that now. 2 lockdown guys on the outside. A strong safety that could have been a perennial all-pro had he not played baseball.
Didn't believe they didn't sign Jordan.
They didn't sign him. That was the Falcon fault, by the way. And then you got Scott Case, who's a headhunter in the middle. Don't nobody want to go across the middle field with Scott Case in the middle field, because he gonna hunt you up, right? And then you have all the rest of us. You have an old man like me, playing the nickel, and we had other guys playing the nickel. And then the other thing we had going for us, we were all intelligent ball players.
Right, no doubt. Now you need
the game.
No, I'm sure, Bobby. I know you're kind of gracious, but playing that nickel corner, you got to be a bad man.
That nickel corner with Glanville was no joke.
What?
Because we gonna blitz all the time.
And they got two. Really, a receiver has a 2-way run. At least we got the sideline to help us.
When you're out wide, right? Exactly. So it's tough.
And you held it down.
Thank you, man. But we just had I thought we had a good
Great.
Really good.
Just busted it up the next year.
Right. Yeah. And I think when we didn't sign Brian Jordan, that hurt us.
That killed the secondary.
It killed the secondary.
Killed the defense especially too. That was huge.
It did, because he played a vital part of the run game.
Run game and blitz package.
And he was a big dude. You know, Brian was a big safety, man. Yeah, he was a big safety. And so we had one great year in Atlanta. The year Tim came.
Had not been in the playoffs in 9 years.
Listen, I was on the team that went to the playoff the previous 9 years. So in 1982, I was on the team that was Glanville last year.
Right.
All right. Glanville last year. And we hadn't been until he came back. And we had 3 different coaches between Glanville the first time and Glanville the second time. Mm-hmm. So think about that. We were so far away from it. And so when I remember you came. See if you remember this. Now, we just said I played on one playoff team before Tim came. In my 12 years, I played on 2 playoff teams. T-Mac comes up, you know, we flying on trips. You know, he all debonair, all decked out.
No Jerry Curl, no gold chain.
No Jerry Curl. Hey, listen, he was all decked out, looking good. But one thing separated him from everybody else. He had rings on his finger. Hey, do you remember I saw his action? Tim, can I wear that ring? And you would let me wear it, right? And I sit there, man, like, golly, boy, I would love to have one of these.
I know, man. We tried. I think it was unfortunate. We beat New Orleans, hadn't won a playoff game in forever. And it rained that whole week. It rained when we was on the plane landed. It rained while we was at the hotel. It rained the whole game. Okay. It rained. And that red gun was shut down.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything then, you know, because we ran the run and shoot. We had 4 wides back in the 90s, y'all. Yeah. And we ran that, and you know, we had to be able to throw the ball. Mm-hmm. And not only was it raining, it was cold.
Yup.
It was cold. And so that ball hitting your hands.
And they put us in a position where we had to have the other DB in, and somebody, boy, they were getting lit up.
They were getting lit up, right. They were
getting lit up. Bombs away.
They were getting lit up. And it was tough, man, because we were a defense that was the way we were trained, the way Jerry taught us, we were relentless. We ran to that ball, y'all. Mm-hmm. We ran to that ball. We lighting people up. We're going to hold guys up. Everybody going to get a lick. And if you don't get a lick, you're going to end up winning the homie award. We'll have to tell y'all about that.
Dion was a homie.
Hey, I'll never forget. We played the Saints in New Orleans. T-Mac, you're going to love this. We played the Saints in New Orleans. And they ran the sweep toward Dion. And he kind of whiffed. And, you know, I ran in the huddle.
Go make that touchdown, my ninja.
I run in the huddle. And I did this to him. I looked at him in the huddle and go, I winked and ran back onto the field.
You know
you're going to wear that skirt this week.
It was a pink shirt.
And what would we do? This is a home award. If you turn down a tackle, or if you miss a tackle,
or you look very afraid,
or you look like you're afraid, or something like that, we call it homie don't play that. I ain't gonna hit nobody. So we had this long pink shirt that we had to wear in practice every day for the whole week under your gear. But the shirt would come all the way down to your knees, and it had stuff written on it like, I'm scared. I'm soft. And so when we started doing that, see what we were doing, y'all, this is what a lot of people don't understand. We had a lot of fun in Atlanta. But we had to do things because people didn't want to wear that pink shirt, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And then we started a fining system. Remember the fining system? We would fine if you dropped the interception in practice, if you did this, and that, we fine you. And what we did with that money at the end of the year, we had a great party with the man, we had a good time, man.
We had a blast. Coach Carr was there, remember?
Coach Carr was there, man. Well, we had a good time, man. We had a good time. But at the end of the day, in this game of football, y'all, at the end of the day, you got to win. You got to win. There ain't no excuses. If you don't win, they're going to change the coaching staff, and he's going to change the players. It's going to be a revolving door. So in your career, Tim, you played 12 years. You had 33 INTs. You had a few touchdowns. you drafted by the 49ers. You left there, you went to Miami for a season. You came to Atlanta for, how many years you came in Atlanta the first time?
2.
2 years the first time. And then
96 with June Jones.
And you came back with June Jones, okay. But then you were privileged to play in the first game with and for the North Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. I was supplementally drafted because I left you guys in 92. I went to Detroit.
Okay.
That was my 8th year.
Okay.
And once the year there, we won our division. I started off starting. Wow. I had a death in the family. My sister.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Leave. And then I came back. So they had started this guy that they had no business starting. So they just,
right.
What you expect from Wayne Fonts. But anyway, then I was a free agent again, and Pittsburgh signed me late.
Okay.
Got to play with the Steelers, and we had a great defense.
Oh,
that's the term Blitzburg came up.
Okay. All right.
Teaming us for sacks was 12, was the close. We had 12 more than the next team.
Oh, wow, man.
Woodson, I played with him. Levon Kirk, Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green.
Oh, Greg Lloyd?
Yeah.
Kevin Green?
Lloyd.
You had some dogs.
Yeah. And Bill Cowher was the coach. And we were 12-4, lost to San Diego in the championship game.
Okay. The AFC championship game?
The championship game. They go to the Super Bowl, and 49ers blow them out.
Blew them out.
Blew them out.
Yes, they
Second worst score in Super Bowl history. Because most lopsided. 55-10 demolition of Denver.
I remember that game.
But it's I'm good with it. I had that career, and coming from a small school, small conference, I wasn't supposed to be as good as it was like we missed this one. I balled out, bro.
Bro, hey, I would say this, knowing how the league is today, that if you played at Florida State or if you played at Texas, you'd have been a first rounder, right? You wouldn't have been drafted in third round. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's hard for you to play at University of Texas of Arlington, man. At Arlington, even to be drafted in third round, you were balling, bro. You had to be balling.
I think that 4-3-2 had a lot to do with it.
That's gonna have a lot to do with it, right there. Ain't no doubt about it. So, T-Mac, when you first started playing ball as a kid, all right, because I just watched the way you run, how you handle yourself as a pro. I knew you had other skills. What did you play on the offensive side of the ball?
I was a flanker.
Okay.
I was an X.
Okay.
And high school, I was a running back. I was a tight.
Wow. So anything where you got the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wide receiver flanker.
Right. Exactly. Wow. Because see, that's the thing. A lot of us, we're so athletic. I was a quarterback my whole life. But I did play safety. I played both ways in high school. I played safety, and so I rested on defense. To be honest with you.
Right.
But I was a punter. I was a punt returner.
I was that
returner.
Returner.
We did all that. And so what I found out when guys finally make it to the NFL, when you start asking guys about their past, very athletic. Everybody's very athletic. Even the big guys, very athletic, right? And so you played all the skill positions.
Yeah. Now
let me ask you this: and when you were growing up, were you a multiple sport kid?
Oh yeah, football, basketball, and track.
Right.
My senior year in high school, I led the team in points. Rebound
basketball.
Yeah. Track team. I was real 309 mile relay team.
Oh wow! Okay.
I ran the 400, 200, 100.
Now that's amazing that you say that, right? Because what I saw in you, just as a teammate, right? And somebody would ask me, all right, tell me about Tim McKyer. What do you think he ran in track when he was in high school? I would have said all the sprints, including the 400.
That's a sprint now.
Oh, yeah. I would have said including the 400, right?
Right.
Now, you asked me about Dion. I said he ain't never ran no 400.
Not no 400.
Not no 400.
Okay. You get 200 in there.
Oh, he'll run 100 and 200. But see, I can tell that about you by the way your athleticism and that you always had good wind, right? You always had good lungs, right? And so you'll see some guys, y'all, who practice, they be bent over, right? Right? You know, we all get tired, but some of us are what you call thoroughbreds.
Can't win a Kentucky Derby with a donkey.
You can't win a Kentucky Derby with a donkey. Boy, that'll preach right there, Doc. That'll preach right there. So you were a 3-sport guy in high school.
Yeah.
Now in college, did you run track in college?
I did. I was a long jumper. I think I went 25.5.
See, I can see that. I can see that. See, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
6-yard dash indoor.
Right.
I long jump.
Yeah. So I got on the track team myself my last 2 years at Florida State, but they made it hard for me, right? I mean, I did it, but I had to go do all the football workouts. In spring, I had to go spring practice on Saturday. T-Mac, I had to scrimmage all day, and then at night go to the track meet. But I'd be tired. I'll run 100, 200, 4x1, and long jumping, right? So it was a lot of work, but I was a guinea pig. So now you fast 4 years after me, all those guys who eventually ran track, you know, in the future, man, they just skipped spring.
Right.
You know, they just skipped spring. I said, y'all did that on my back because, you know, I was a guinea pig. And then Coach Boughton saw it. That's way too much.
Right.
So they ended up pulling a hamstring in the track meet one day. I scrimmaged all day and walked over to the track and was running for the school and pulled a hamstring. Now I can't scrimmage. I can't practice football no more. I can't run track no more.
Hey, it's called time, father time.
Father time. Yeah. Well, you know, I really believe, and tell me what you think about this. I think guys like you and me, the athletes on the roster, I think we're better when we play the other sports. I think that makes us better.
I agree.
I don't think we need to be doing football year round like they're doing now, right? Making kids choose at a young age.
That's wrong.
It's wrong. And I don't know your experience, because when I was in the 9th grade in high school, Tim, the best thing I did was play basketball as a 9th grader.
Helps you with your bump and run.
Yeah, but I got put up on the varsity as a freshman. What if my basketball coach would have came to me and said, look, you can't play that football, or you can't run track? I would have missed the boat, but I wouldn't have did it. I probably quit because I was a football player from the time I was 9 years old playing youth football. But it's just that I think kids don't get a chance to experience other things, and I think it kind of stunts their development.
Right. Because
in the game of football, you think about how many times, and I can see you right now, how many times you playing press, bump, and run, they fade you and they throw a go route, and you look back and you got to time that thing and jump up in the air and high point that ball.
Exactly.
See, in basketball, we're doing, and as a long jumper, you've been jumping, and in basketball, you're doing that. So you're developing that skill. I used to always tell them this. Harold Carmack, I got a picture over there, me and Harold Carmack over there, right?
The big
6'8" from Philadelphia. Yeah. You throw it up there, he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it, Tim.
He don't feel like he have to jump.
Well, and I can jump. I can jump. And so that was my thing, the timing, jumping. See, another thing a lot of people didn't know about me when you start talking about multiple sports, being in South Florida, I was in my youth, I used to dive in the city. And we had 2 pools at the time in Delray, right?
Right.
We had a pool in our community, and we had a pool right on the beach. But all the competition would be on the beach.
Right.
I'll go, me and one of my buddies, we'd be the only African Americans over there.
At Delray Beach?
In Delray, right on the beach. All right? They don't have that pool no more. I'm going to tell you where it is. When you go Atlantic Avenue, straight to A1A,
right?
You got a big Marriott to your left.
Uh-huh.
It's a restaurant on the right. That should be the pool on the right. Right there. Right at A1A. You did in the A1A, the pool. So we would go there. I would get the first place ribbon. My buddy would get second place. And we'll sit on the podium. We did this every year. Get our ribbons. And we were diving. 1.5 meter board. And we'll go over there, get the ribbon, T-Mac, and have to jump the fence because they'd be chasing us back over to my side of town.
Yeah,
we had the fence, but we go back every year. Win, get first and second, and then we try to figure out, we can't go to the locker room, well, let's just jump the fence, and we take off. And we'll run all the way to the bridge, Once we pass the intercoastal, we'll start walking. That's a true story. That's a true story.
That's messed up.
That's a true story. That's just how it was. but you know, I enjoyed, you know, as a kid growing up in our era, playing all the sports. And I know you had the same dilemma I had. Everybody thought you was too small.
Yeah.
Right. And nobody gave us a chance because of our size.
175, 180 pounds.
And nobody gave us a chance but us.
Right.
And we kept going. We kept going. And we kept proving wrong, right?
Absolutely.
But in our game, you got to prove everybody wrong.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, bro.
You got to prove wrong.
Right? But, you know, I get asked a lot, what about that 1991 Atlanta Falcon team? And why were you not on the video that said Back in Black, that whole thing? You weren't even a part of that. And you were one of the main pieces in there. Well, how do you feel about that? And I'd be like, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Right. Well, it don't.
It don't. I mean, one of the major pieces that y'all had signed that year. And be on that.
Right.
That's crazy. It's not that I don't care. I mean, I'm not losing.
Right. Yeah, right.
But it just doesn't right when you don't have one of the key pieces.
Right, exactly.
That had a lot to do with y'all. Because you remember, bro, we go to San Francisco. That was a tough game. I think we won like 35, 34, remember?
Okay, yep.
You remember those 2 late picks?
I remember. Because I remember. I said, he going back home. And you know what? And I'll never forget it. When we walked out the field, I said this. He got him. Because I know they wanted to get you.
Gary did.
They wanted to get you.
He got me. Remember that 48-yard bomb he caught on me?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but you got him though.
Got him.
You got him.
Game late. We held them. I picked the first one off. They had a little over 2.5 minutes left. Our offense go 3 and out. They come back. Now Steve Young got about 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And right about close to midfield, like 35-yard line. That's a lot of time for Steve Young, Jerry Rice, John Taylor.
That's a lot of time.
And I picked it off again. That time it was Jerry Rice.
Right.
John Taylor.
Okay.
John, man, I see these little popcorn routes y'all ran.
All right.
A lot. Give me this ball.
Right.
They come out with that same old, you know, that post corner shake route.
Right.
Can I get that? Nah, this game is over.
So let me ask you this question about that game. Let me ask you if you remember about this game. I want to ask you this if you remember. When you were in that game, I mean, you practice with them. They do the same thing over and over again.
Pretty much.
Did they change anything? Did they give you a wrinkle?
No.
Yeah,
John Taylor get that little duck head on his brakes. Can I get that? And Jerry come in, he start patting them, dropping them feet.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Can I get that one?
I know.
It was great, man. They were mad. You know, that situation was crazy too. You know, everybody said, calling me a journeyman corner. Journeyman corners don't have 33 picks and 3 rings.
I know that's right.
Well, why did you play on 7 different teams? You need to ask the defensive coordinators, the general manager, and all the people who make those decisions. If I was a coach, a defensive coordinator now, I don't have enough good corners.
Right.
There's not a team in the league got enough of good corners.
Right.
Corners who go out and compete, who don't play scared, and who know how to make plays.
I went to a game yesterday. I went to a Falcon game and Carolina Panthers game yesterday. And Carolina got some corners, man. C.J. Henderson. He went to Florida. You know, you had what's his name, son? J.C. Horn. You know, receiver for the Saints.
Yeah, Rodney Horn. Yeah.
He was there.
I know it's Joe Horn.
Yeah. And so, and they got some good corners. Now, one of the things with Atlanta right now, you know, we don't throw the ball all too well. But Marcus Mariota had a pretty decent game. I think he threw about 250 yards yesterday, a couple of touchdowns, right? But we're not good pushing the ball. What we do is run the football, right? It was a good game. We went to overtime.
I saw the game.
The
game. Why would you take your helmet off, son?
He lost the game, didn't he?
Yeah. Instead of getting the chip shot.
Right. Now you're back.
back damn near 50-yard field goal.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
And he missed it. He should have made it. I mean, a 50-yard field goal should be routine now.
It should be routine. And so, it's amazing at the end of the game, and that's a good coaching point, a point to talk about, because when you think about it, they catch the ball that ties the ball game. And then all he had to do was kick the extra point, but he took his helmet off.
Wow.
And it backed him up where he had to kick the ball, because extra point ain't the old extra point. They
go from 33 to 32-yard regular.
Right.
15 of that.
That right. And so right. And so he missed that. But then again, when they went into overtime, he threw Mariota threw a long ball at the first and second play. They pick it off and run it all the way down about the 20-yard line.
They're already in field goal range.
And he missed that. So he missed 2 key kicks yesterday in the game. Because they could have put it away in overtime. Remember?
Okay. So he missed that kick.
He missed that kick. And then when we got it down there, we got a pretty decent kicker. He kicked that thing through the upright. That's how we got out of it yesterday.
There you go. Got out of it. I couldn't believe y'all beat my Niners.
What? That was. We didn't think that was going to happen.
Kick they butts. Like they kick they butts.
Well, here's the thing with the Falcons team right now. What they do well, Tim, they run the ball. But they can't play from behind. So I was in Cincinnati last weekend. Joe Burrow's throwing that ball. They're throwing that ball.
450, 480.
Right. Almost 500. You might well give him 500. Go ahead and give him 500.
Like, it was some Christmas lights out there in that secondary.
So they were up 14-0. The first two possessions, they up 14-0. And so we can't play from behind because our whole method of everything is run the ball. We can't throw ourselves into a game. But anyway, so you play for Carolina Panthers, right? Mm-hmm. And then after Carolina, where did you go?
Denver.
Now, when you went to, we already talked about it a little bit, but when you went to Broncos, y'all turned it up. They won their first Super Bowl. They won their first Super Bowl. They had lost 4 or 5 before then. Because I remember before we got in the league, the Broncos was playing with Craig Martin playing the Super Bowl. Yeah, and they got beat, right, when I was a kid. And then, it was almost like they were like the Vikings and the Bills.
Bro, they went.
They went.
Couldn't beat nobody.
And then, hey, here they come. Y'all beat Green Bay, right?
Brett Favre and the Packers.
Brett Favre and Andre Rison
was on that team.
Andre was on that team in Green Bay.
Okay.
Oh, no. I take that back. He was on the team the year before because Green Bay won it the year before.
Yeah. Does Andre have a ring?
Andre got a ring. Yeah. Andre got a ring. Hey, man, you'll be surprised the guys who left Atlanta and got rings.
They wasn't gonna get one over there.
It's quite a few of them. Quite a few of them, right?
I've never seen a franchise in big games find a way to lose.
Yeah.
They find a way to lose. When they played the Broncos the second year in Florida.
In Miami. I was there.
I mean, Eugene Robinson just totally distracted the team with that escapade he went on. I mean,
that's where they lost the game. In my opinion.
The game. I mean, it just
that's where the game was lost because talking to the guys, Tim, during that time about it, they said they got the news after midnight and everybody was up trying to figure out what was going on. So they in their bed night before a game after midnight trying to figure out what's going on. So they ain't sleep well. And then they got to get up the next day and they said the team never addressed it.
Sweep it under the rug.
They never addressed it. Well, let me say this. When I thought about it, man, y'all should just went ahead and I would have benched him, but he was everything to them.
Yeah.
As far as a leader, but they had Devin Bush, who was a young buck, who was from Miami, in Miami. I think I would have went ahead and put him in there. Yeah. But they didn't address it.
You'd have took him out the field, but?
I think I would have, because my concern would have been where his mind was going to be. And his mind was not in the game.
He was giving up major plays.
And so maybe if he'd have gave up one, I would have took him out. But, Dan Reeves was a coach, and he's a veteran coach, and so I know he didn't want to turn his back on the guy.
Because he has the reputation of being a good guy.
He had a reputation of being a good guy, and so, but at the end of the day, bro, you got to win this game.
Yeah,
we got to win this game.
Solid.
So, anyway,
like him, but that was a distraction. That was a
major distraction because all of us talking about in the stands before the game.
So they didn't blow it out.
Yep, they did. So anyway, that's just how it go, man. Listen, man, I never got close. I never knew what it felt like.
Bro, we was in the playoffs in 91.
Yeah, but I'm talking about had we won that game against the Redskins, we'd have played that put us in the NFC Championship game.
Right. You never been in them?
Huh?
You never been in one of those?
Of course not. That was the closest I ever got, was that year. Because we beat New Orleans in the wild card in New Orleans, right? Who had won our division, right? So we beat them as a wild card. My second year in the league with Jerry Glanville, we played the first round of playoffs in Minnesota. They had just built their new dome. And we played up there and lost the first round. So that was the only playoff game I ever won, was the year you was with us.
But you remember after we won that game, and remember that pick lateral?
Oh, that was nice.
But did you hear the commentating on that?
Yes, I did.
Of all the stupid,
right? But see,
racist, fat.
But here's the thing that they didn't know. Every time I hear that, I just shake my head. Right?
Yeah.
We were coached that way.
That's what we did.
That's what we did. We practiced that way.
Glanville,
yeah, your coach may not be allowed over there, but on this team, this is what we do.
I mean, they just went on and on about how stupid it is.
That's what we do. And really got a touchdown all of it that got called back.
That should have been a touchdown.
That should have been a touchdown.
Not a forward lateral.
That's how stupid that was. Hey, man, I'll never forget in that game. That week, I had the flu. I didn't practice none that week. But I played in the game, right? And I'm playing in the slot. I'll never forget it.
Tough.
This was the first quarter. It may be the first or second series in the game. You to my left, I'm in the slot right next to you. And we're playing sticky. And so I'm focusing on the guy in front of me. I got my hands up. I got my eyes on him. I'm not blinking, right? And they snapped the ball. And next thing you know, I felt somebody hit me in the corner of my ear. The receiver had came down and crack blocked on me.
Yeah.
And back then it was allowed. You can do that, right? Man, look at him. It was the best thing that happened for me, Tim, because after that, I was ready to play. I mean, the whole game took that far. I was breathing hard. I had the flu. I was breathing hard. Well, that joker knocked me out like that.
He knocked a lot of that liquid out of your nose.
He woke me up, knocked all that fluid out of me, got me ready. I never get it. And I was ready to play then. I was ready to play. Hey, I played pretty good that game.
That was so awesome. That was so
man, it was a great win for us. And especially we were playing against a divisional opponent.
And your boy sealed that win.
And
that's 91 years.
You got the game-winning pick.
Bro,
you got the game-winning pick.
I don't make those picks in San Francisco. We don't go to the play.
Right, exactly.
We lose to San Francisco. We split with them. They win by whatever. Right. Because we beat them on a Hail Mary.
We did. That's right. That's right. We did.
We beat them twice, which knocked them out. They had not missed the playoffs in 10 years.
Think about that.
And y'all ain't been in 9.
We ain't been in 9. Think about that.
And where's the propaganda? Lord, if your boy Prime, we're gonna talk about Prime. We gotta talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We gotta talk about Prime. Athletically, you can't deny this man coverage skills. Man. You're an idiot. But physically, tackling, forcing the run, it's a joke. Everybody know that. People make jokes about it. He get mad too.
You get mad about it?
But it's true, Dion. You ain't hit nobody. You ain't trying to do nothing physical. You might sneak and do it every blue moon, but on average, I'm Prime, man. You remember? I don't remember if you remember his Hall of Fame speech. This brother talked 2.5, 3 minutes of his Hall of Fame speech about Jason Phillips, the scout team wide receiver. You remember Jason Field?
Oh, Jason, yeah.
Jay Field.
Yeah.
I say, damn, what about that dude that, led the league in picks as a tandem? 6 apiece.
6 apiece.
Best in the league.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You gonna give him some love?
Right.
Oh, yeah, trip. Here. I said, damn, what have I ever done you, bro? I showed you love.
Wow.
Love.
Wow.
To this day, I show you love, bro.
Wow.
Which is probably what happened with this dude. See, Dion has a way of miffing people on the sneak. That's why that dude, swag guy, that's Alabama State coach, coach, the one that died, the Alabama State coach.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
If you the bro hug, you can't bro hug.
Right.
Close and hit him on the back.
Right.
Because you dissed him. You had plenty of opportunities to say hi to him, come up, talk to him. That offended that brother. So Dion has a way of doing that to people. When is he gonna let it go, bro? And he comes across very pro-black and this, that, and the other. And then I still see that, man, and I just don't like it. He won't talk to me. And people say, well, you just jealous of Dion. Why? When Dion was at Florida State, I was leading teams in picks, winning Super Bowls.
That's right, because you were ahead of him. That's right.
He was at Florida State, I went back-to-back Super Bowl championship. Led the team in '88, the Super Bowl 23. Yeah, I led the team. I was that man. Gave up 21 points, 0 touchdown passes, bro. We didn't give up 1 touchdown that run.
Wow.
It
don't get no stronger than that, Doc.
And I'm on the hot side.
That left corner, that's bro, that's that side.
That's that hot one.
Listen, that's the hot seat right there.
You get it naturally, and people say, "I don't want to throw a Dion on that side." Then we'll go on the hot side. Hall of Fame, we'll get on that.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you, in the game, and I'm telling you, everybody who really know the game know this. You can't win championships without defense.
Period.
And the game that we played in, and in no level, you can't win without 2 good corners.
Period.
Right. Now, when you got corners who can turn the ball over, you got something special.
And score after they get them.
Score. And then when you got corners that, all right, you really can't just say, well, we got a weak link, we're gonna go at this guy because this guy here gonna hurt you. You may have one that's over there that's great. You may have one over here that's great. You may choose to go at one or the other, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna pay for it, right?
We're gonna get it.
And so when they
roll up, you can always roll to the single.
You can always roll to a weak side, right?
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing about the year before you came here. With Jerry, we don't roll for nobody, right? We don't roll for nobody. You just got to stand there like a man and play.
I'll get scarred up.
I'll get scarred up. And so they were trying to make some changes because I know with me, they came when they didn't want to play me no more, right?
They just told you, Tim, that's Tim's job.
Well, no. What happened was before you came, the previous season, I was getting ready to play my last preseason game against the Bengals. It was a preseason game.
Oh, they did you with Charles Demery.
All right. So I'll never forget it. Brother is his first year there. Now my preseason was off the chain. Now I'm just telling you right now. Because see, I understand Jerry defense. I played it before. I loved it. And so I'm looking at it when we got a new coach and he come. I'm looking at it like, oh man, we're finna ball now, And I know it's gonna be good for Dion because it's bump and run. And I'm like, man, we're finna go to work. But I didn't know they was upstairs plotting. Well, we got to get this old guy out of here. And so they put Charles Demery in front. And Demery was a good corner. But everybody, listen to what I'm saying now. Everybody can't play bump and run every down. That ain't for everybody. And you know that, right? That ain't for everybody. So here we was. So the last preseason game, we get ready to go out. Coach Carr called me back in the locker room. He said, look, we're going to start Charles Demery tonight. He said, we think he'll be better for the job long term. And I looked at him, T-Mac, because I was ready for it. See, the Lord got a way of preparing you for that kind of stuff, right? I looked at him in the eye. I said, Coach, I understand. It's okay. I said, I start prophesying my future. I said, but Coach, before the end of the year, you'll give me my job back. I ran out down the field. I helped them all, clapped for him. If I saw something, I told him. You know how I am. I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm not keeping up from. I'm not wishing you bad. I want you to do well, right?
Right.
And so anyway, I did that the whole year, and then the one day I got frustrated. He got hurt that year in the Frisco game out in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was scoring him up.
And so I'm starting, right? No, he got hurt the first series. I go in the game. Jerry catch one ball. He catches a slant for about 10 yards. All right. After that, shut him down, right? 2 weeks later, we're playing in Atlanta, and he gave up 5 touchdowns in the game, and I didn't play. And so after the second one, just to myself, I started stretching because I knew they was getting ready to put me in. I'm stretching because just 2 weeks ago, I was going to work. So I'm thinking, well, they're going to have to put me in. So I'm out there stretching. I'm getting ready. They caught the third one. I said, okay, well, I just kept getting loose, keeping loose. They caught the fourth one. Now I know I'm not playing today. He went back out there, and they got number 5. I've never been so upset and angry in my life. But anyway, wow. I can never point the finger to Charles because that wasn't his decision. And I'll be honest with you, he probably would have took himself out the game if he could have. Because what happened to him, T-Mac, he was a good player, but he lost his confidence.
That's right.
He was messed up here. So a few weeks later, we had one more game against the Bengals on Thursday night. He didn't play well. Then we go down to Tampa, and the guy caught a 90-yard touchdown on him.
Damn.
And the defense go back out. Later on, go back out and had a TV timeout. I was standing on the sideline with Glanville, telling him what personnel was coming to the game. That's what I was doing on the sideline. If they came in with red, people orange, blue. You know how we had it systematically. Right. White, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 back. White, stuff like that. So Jerry, I'll never forget it. TV timeout, defense on the field. I said, Jerry, they got in the huddle, they got such and such in the huddle. He looked at me like this. He looked back out there. He looked at me. He said, man, go get him out of there, right? So I go in the game, and I went to work. I played a whole half. I went to work. The next week, I was starting. You may not remember this. You might. I was starting against the Arizona Cardinals. Okay? Bruh, I went out there. I probably had about 4 or 5 pass deflections. I had a pick. I had a fumble. I caused a fumble and recovered the ball, right?
Right.
And I never forget, after the game, I heard somebody from their team say, we messed with the wrong cornerback today. But I remember this. You might not remember this. I remember this. We played Arizona your first year here, and we showed that film. And you said, who is that? Who's playing left corner? Lord, that's you? Bro, that's me. I never forget it. You say, Lord, that's you? Bro, that's me. But they wouldn't give me no love. My day was over. They were looking at me for different things at that point. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I still wanted to play, right?
That's just who you are.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I was always good as long as the guy who playing could play. I had no problem, So when you came in the next year, and on top of bringing you in, they drafted another corner with the 3rd pick in the whole draft.
Bruce Pickens.
They drafted Bruce Pickens. Number 3 overall. Bro, number 3 overall.
3 overall.
So from my perspective, I see myself, I got no playing value no more. Because no matter what I do, I'm not going to get that opportunity no more.
Because they paid this dude.
So, yeah, but I remember before you came, that year when I finished those last 6 games, they put me back in the lineup in 90. Now, I played that way against the Cardinals. The next week, we played Cleveland in Cleveland. I had a good game in Cleveland. The next week, the Rams came to Atlanta. I had the same game against them that I had against the Arizona Cardinals. And they're just trying to get the ball to Flipper. Because, Flipper had that game. And here you got an old guy. He can't run like he used to. And they playing bumper run.
Mm-hmm.
Flipper didn't catch a ball.
I hear you, bud.
Listen,
I hear you.
A ball, not one ball, right? So I'm that guy.
I'm on this interview.
Trying to get back in the lineup, and then so I'm playing that way. And then the next year, matter of fact, I had a new contract when you came in. I had just negotiated, and they told me I'm negotiating. You ain't gonna start. Well, how you gonna say that? That was before you came. That was before the draft. They told me you ain't gonna start. Because at the time, T-Mac, they was talking about bringing Frank Minifield in here from Cleveland, right? So here we go. Around the draft time, we trade for you, and then we draft the corner. So now I'm just not the third corner. I'm backing up in the line automatically with a draft choice, not knowing what he can do, right? So you came in. I'm playing nickel. You playing left corner. Dion playing right. And we're playing with Shelley in the other slot. And what's
BYU,
Brian Mitchell. He matter of fact, he's the DB coach for NC State now.
Get out.
Yeah, he is doing a great job. But anyway, so I see myself back up in the line. So then Coach Carr came to me one day. He said this. He said, Bobby, you got to get Bruce ready to play the nickel. Okay. So now he get ready to take my place now, right? Okay. So I bring Bruce in the room. Start showing him, and Bruce looked like, and he's shaking his head. I'm going, what's up? He said, man, I don't want to play that. And here I am looking for playing time. He don't even want to play. And so, see, a lot of people don't know what was going on in my heart and in my head during that time. I was smiling and doing everything the right way, but yet and still, I still had the desire to play, and I kept backing up. So my last year, Coach Carr would ask me to go in the games, and I asked him this. I said, if I go out there and play, you going to start me next week? My attitude had changed because I know I ain't have a shot. I'm like the sixth corner now. Think about it. I mean, remember the year, was that 91 or 92? We played Washington up in Washington.
In the playoff game?
No, before.
Regular season game where they beat us 52-something.
Yeah, they started you and I at corner, right? And so they had Shelley and Mitch in the slot.
Right.
All right. So after that game, we can, Monday we come in, we work out, we run, right? And after we ran, I was going back in, and Coach Carr met me before I came in the locker room, outside on the practice field. He said, look, if Dion don't play, because Dion didn't play that game. He said, if Dion don't play next week, we're going to start Brian Mitchell. So I was going through all that. You never even knew that, right? Mm-hmm. You never knew that. So I kept saying to myself, well, what am I here doing? So my last year, bruh. Chris Hinton laughed today. He said, I'll never forget, we was playing Miami in 92 in Miami. You remember that game, right?
Big Chris.
And right. And Hinton said, I was standing on the sideline and they was running 2 minutes. And Mitch got hurt and he hold his shoulder and told me to come in. And he said, I did this. I look and go. That's how I went my last year. I'm not going out there. I'm not going to get a chance.
What year was that, Bobby? 92, 93?
That was 92 season. That was my last season. The year we opened the Georgia Dome was my last year. I played 1 year in the Dome. Yeah. Well, look, man, that's our hour, man. Hey, listen, we got to do this again. What we need to do is get everybody together one Monday, and we'll just have a good time, man.
I'm down with it.
We'll have a good time. Matter of fact, Cyril's gonna be down there this week. She'll be down this week, but I gotta get down there too, man. Because I know you're hitting that ball, bro. I know you're hitting it now. I know you hit that ball. I know you hit that ball. That's awesome, man.
I enjoyed it, man. I appreciate
it. Listen, thank you, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight. Hey, listen, man, we had the great Tim McKyer, great cornerback, one of the best of all time, 49er legend, 2 Super Bowl rings, Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos, and a 12-year vet. Hey, man, thank you again for being on the show. If you like the show, comment, share with your friends. Tony here, what up? All right, man, peace.